Hi, my name is Moksh, and you're with me for next one and a half hour. Hope to make the session engaging, interacting, and fruitful to each one of you. So, with that thought in mind, um, and I was just speaking to Harini about how we would want to do this. So before I start off, I'll just give you a brief introduction about myself, and then I would want you to just raise your hand and share with me if there is a specific digital marketing challenge that you're facing, or is there something like a digital marketing thing that you're doing and you have been successful with it. Okay. So my intro. So I have been in the digital marketing practice since 2007, and I have been working across clients, which includes food and beverages. We have been working with Neeta Mehta, who's a chef and has a range of cookbooks by her name. So that's one. We have worked with TGIF. We work with a lot of malls and the food court promotions that they do. So that's the long and short of F&B clients that I have work with. More importantly, we provide services from website, domain, server, email, SEO, and then creating content for social, creating designs for social media, and we also are into performance marketing on Google. So that's what we end up doing: website, SEO, social media. Uh, and that's under the bracket that the company runs is called Avignyata. So that's my company name. And I think that's enough about me. And then you'll come to know more about me while in course of the conversation. So I'll just pick up people alphabetically, if that's okay with you guys. So Isha, if you can come on board and just share if there is something that you want to highlight on the digital practice. Thank you, Harini.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, good evening. So I right now I'm working with a company called Oatmeal that makes milk from plant-based milk from oats, and we've been trying to tap into the digital market much more, and we've been trying to increase our sales. But one problem that we're facing is the trainers that we reach out to so that they can promote our brand. That's not going as planned, but so that's why we're planning on shifting to digital market. And would you have any suggestions to that, sir?
Okay, so you're reaching, so what my understanding is you're reaching out to like trainers as to promote your oatmeal based product, oat based product, right?
Yes.
Perfect. And you want to do this digitally also?
Right, yeah.
Got it. Got it. And you have done that on digital front or no?
We keep on putting up posts on LinkedIn and Instagram here and there, but we are still trying to like increase our sales using digital market.
Got it. Got it. So I hope I should be able to answer or at least give you a direction to your challenge during the course of the session. And thank you, Isha, for being alphabetically first today. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Sohil, if you can, I know you joined in. So do you know the question? If are you doing some digital marketing, something that you want to share? Sohil? Okay, great. Now, next is Shrikant. Shrikant, can you hear me? Vidhu, have I frozen or the video is frozen?
think it will display image more. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a video. Oh, God. Okay. So, Sohail, Shrikant, Vidhu, anyone who's online, or I move on to. Okay, Sohail, yes. Unmute and speak up about your digital challenge.
Hi, my name is Soil Kolsani. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, sir.
Yes, I'm in a part of a startup named Viratech. We are using fungi and algae to produce our protein, alternative protein, and I'm happy to hear how.
All right, Sohail. So I'm not sure. Is there a specific challenge that you're facing, Sohail?
Using LinkedIn and
Sorry?
Instagram.
Instagram. Okay,
Ingredient optimization mistakes.
got it. Got it. Okay. Okay. Next, so I'll move on to the next person.
Okay, thank
Okay, Shrikant. Shrikant, are you there? Okay, I'm moving on. Shrikant, if you are there, then you raise your hand. Vidhu, Vidhu.
Hi, sir. Actually, I am in different section, but I simply joined in to check on, like, I was very curious about digital marketing. So,
Okay.
uh,
So are you facing any digital challenge or?
I am into Horeca in different segment actually, but I
Okay,
was interested in this section, so I simply joined.
okay. So you let me know, okay, if you
Sure,
like to
sure,
know in the end.
sure,
Perfect,
sure.
Vidhu. Thanks.
Thanks.
Okay. I'll call you Mohan Raj. You're raising a hand. Please share your digital hurdle.
Hi, Moksh. So basically, we are a early stage startup brand. We haven't yet started any digital marketing per se, but I'd like to understand what has been the usual first challenge for any early stage startup when they're entering digital marketing, according to you, and how should we go about it? Yeah.
Okay. What is early stage startup? I think. Okay, so let me answer this question in a nutshell because I don't think I'll be covering this per se. But I think one of the biggest challenges is to do something what everyone else is doing. That is, I think, the worst approach that is possible. So, like, I'll start my Instagram account just for the sake of I know because I have my customers there, or my competition is doing it. That's the worst approach possible under digital marketing. Does that answer your question?
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Moksh. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, Shalini. Hi, Shalini.
Hello, sir. Can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, dear.
Yes, sir. I was just having some network issue, just resolved it.
Perfect.
Yes, sir. So I'm also just joining for knowing more about the digital marketing sector right now because we are also trying for launching new products. So I just wanted to learn more how this sector works and how can I contribute to this. So I'm looking forward to this class so much, sir.
Okay, and Shalini, just a quick question. Is that your surname after your name or?
No, it's the name of the company. So
Got it.
it's yeah.
I was, yeah, I was just trying to pull your leg there.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So perfect. So Let me just say this, and I'm so happy to be here and just hearing you out. Like Vidhu said, he's also happy to know more about digital marketing. So, really happy that you guys are there. So, let me just start by this telling you something that I have learned under marketing first and then bring it to digital. Okay. There is uh, uh, a model called SOSTAC by Paul Smith. Okay, this is an entire book. Sorry, this is an entire book. Harini, if you can just copy paste that message to the group, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah, okay. So it's SOSTAC, SOSTAC by Paul Smith. And so what does SOSTAC actually mean? SOS is situation analysis. Okay, that is S, objective, strategy, tactic, action, and control. Now, why am I bringing this? Okay, because one big thing that I want to highlight to you today is the more time you spend understanding, and like what Yashwantra, I hope I pronounced your name right. So, like you mentioned about, uh, about digital marketing and what people face, because they do that jump all over again because they have seen someone do it, and that's why they are part of it. And in your case, you need to understand who you are and where are you and where would you like to be. So these three questions you need to answer yourself, and probably take a printout and paste it somewhere, because there will be so many things that you will like from your personal interest, from your competition's point of view, from your business interest point of view. You may have the time, but you may not have the money to jump into every next thing that is coming by. So the first step is situation analysis. Let's understand what situation analysis has. The first thing that they have is, you all must have heard of this called SWOT, SWOT. Okay, and then there is PESTLE. Now, SWOT analysis is strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. I'm not going to spend time on that. The next is PESTLE, which is politics, economics, social, technology, legal, environment. So you basically see where you are currently in. Like all of you are moving towards the vegan part. Is everyone ready? You also know that no one's like, not everyone is ready. So there is, but it's not like there is no one ready. If you position your product right, there will be someone out there who will want to buy it. So that's when we need to understand who is our target audience. Okay. So in the target audience, what I would like to highlight is, who is the customer, who is the decision maker, and who influences the decision. Now it could be who influences the decision could be a celebrity, it could be an influencer today. Okay, so I was just reading about Prime, which is like one of the most sought after energy drink today, launched by two YouTubers, one in US, one in the UK. The combined strength of their YouTube subscribers is around 40,000 or 40 million. So if you see, and then people in India want to buy the Prime energy drink. Okay. So what is the media consumption? Where are they consuming media? So again, I feel once you do your SWOT and PESTLE, understanding your customer, who is the decision maker, who influences the decision, and what is the media consumption becomes very critical and very important to know. Okay. And once you know this, like pretty much the last two questions, if you are able to understand the customer journey, if you are able to understand at what point is the customer making the decision to buy, okay, that is when, if you advertise, if you do your sales promotion, if you do your digital marketing, if you need to be on Instagram, then only it would make sense. But if your customer today is not on Instagram, then it doesn't make sense. So you understand from where I'm coming at here? So has anyone does this answer these questions for their respective product brand that they are working on? Would really like to hear some inputs from you guys there.
Sir, I have one doubt. Like nowadays, marketing is about minimalistic views. Like customers are more into minimalistic design and all. But this product also, marketing is also essential for branding any product. But this minimalism and sustainability, I mean, just coincide with the point and where the brands have to market themselves. Like this is a big question, right? Like how are this brand positioning themselves? Like having a minimalistic more view of less consumption, but also needed there. Like how are they branding themselves, like how much expense they are producing, so how should brands approach this?
No, from whose point of view? From the consumer's point of view, you are asking, or
In brands point of view.
brand's point of view. So if you're inherently minimalistic, then you can talk about it, right?
Yes.
Then, but if you're inherently, you are consuming a lot of resources from the environment,
Yes.
talking about it won't make sense because you don't stand for what you are saying, and you will get voted out someday or beaten by the competition.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understood.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
So again, I repeat my question to others also. Has anyone tried to define their customer, who that person is? Guys, can we define it now? Isha, Sohil, Shrikant,
Uh,
with yeah, Isha.
so I think it'll vary according to like the people in the audience right now. But for our company, we do have a defined audience. So ours is the target we have is the people who are in lactose intolerant and want to consume plant-based dairy itself.
Right. But won't that be true for the rest of you also?
Because I think a lot of people here in the audience have different companies. Some are plant-based meat, and somebody is looking to other products as well.
Right. But wouldn't lactose intolerant be one attribute of your customer and plant-based being
The generalized, yeah.
the generalized attribute to everyone?
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, each one of you. It may not be generalized to every product, but to this group specifically. So,
Yeah,
Isha,
yeah, yeah. It
going
would
back
be.
to your oatmeal example, let's put it this way. So let me ask you a very simple question. If you are talking to someone about your product, who is that person? Who do you think is that customer who will pick up your product?
Sir, this is Pratima from Team Promise. Here
Hi.
we are focusing on mushroom-based solution, basically the mycoprotein or the biomass product.
Okay.
We plan to launch a textured veg protein, biomass product for selected B2B customers like QSR, leading chefs, our protein companies, food MNCs, and our B2C target customers are early adopters in the age range of 25 to 44 and who reside in 8 tier 1 cities and top 10 tier 2 cities that we have listed. And we are also want to target to those who has annual household income of 10 lakhs and above and meet consumption frequency of 8+ times a week. So we have tried to define it in this way so that we can do a focused marketing approach for them.
Pratima, were you reading it from some chat GTP?
Then it's kind of got practiced
That was
by pitching into
beautiful.
too many yeah sessions.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Even I wouldn't be able to do that for my own brand here. Okay, but I'm so glad that you brought this up because I just so one very beautifully articulated who your audience is, and that is the one place that we can talk about. Second, I think two things that I want you to also think. Okay, so you mentioned B2B chefs and you
Yeah.
mentioned B2C 18 to 44. Let's take this example, okay, and taking it forward. If I have to approach chef or the different chefs that could possibly consume, not the influencer Instagram chef at all, the people who will buy my product regularly, who will influence their decision?
We plan to go through some like we just started talking to some chefs here. Of course it's not gone beyond this, but the first step is through chefs is what we are thinking.
Right. So very quickly, Pratima, there are two questions is who will influence their decision? Well, basically right now, so they are not even aware that you exist. So
Correct.
first step would be to make them aware that you exist.
Yeah.
And second is, then the second would be to shift their pattern and maybe, be a part of their menu. So that would be an habit change,
Right.
right? So I think the first step is how will you make them aware? And that's where we come in and say that we need to define who the chef is, who will. So let's look at a popular chef. Okay, so like let's look at Neeta Mehta, for example. Okay, my client. Now, what if we approach her and say that, listen, the next set of books that you write should be only for vegan based, and we will sponsor those books for you. So, the recipes could become part of the vegan based. So, because she does both veg and non veg. So, we could add those, and instead of putting a dairy or a paneer or a meat, we can use your individual products that you're building. So it needs to be set up. It can't just be a one-off thing. It has to have. And once those books launched, then it could become part of your entire PR activity where you could go about sharing those books with other influencers on Instagram, the other, the media houses. So that is one. So you are kind of approaching the chefs with something to offer them. Second, uh, the decision again, who influences the decision of the chef would be, let's put it this way, a research report. So if there is a research report which says that, move into this kind of a mushroom based product instead of, using paneer, and you have the same nutritional value, then you might want to move. Okay, so that's the other level of, like a research could do a lot more there. So once you have that research, then again, you take that research forward to a set of influencers on the internet. And the other set would be, again, you do PR around it. You could do a press conference for it too. So you need something in hand to push your product, which is larger than your product per se. So digital, like Vidhu also mentioned, it is the minimalism, the sustainable. It's a things that become very popular on digital, like a dance move or a dance number, the songs on reels, they have a life like this. You don't want a product life cycle to be like just shooting up and then falling off. You want a product life cycle that will sustainably, keep increasing. I should be doing it like this rather than like this, but yeah, you understand the point, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So Pratima, thank you for bringing that up.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Arjun, Nikhilesh, you guys just joined in. You want to just add something to what you guys are doing? And anything that you want to talk about your target group or target audience? Arjun, Nikhilesh? Yeah, Arjun. Perfect.
Actually, we are working on mycelium fermented foods like tembe, etc. Tembe, kefir, and kombucha.
Okay.
And our target population is mainly surrounding our location of working. It's around Mysore. So mainly those people who are looking for a alternative, non-veg alternative. We are trying to introduce products of tembe into the market, and we are still.
I think a larger vision should be all of you that you sell your products in China. But that was a very bad
Why China in particular, sir?
because they are very heavy non-vegetarian eaters.
But then they're also not very ready to switch from their diets.
Diets, yeah. No, but there are vegan options available there. Because
They are, but I don't know. I feel like the population there is very hell-bent and they're very comfortable with whatever they're having. It's not they're looking for an option away from it also.
right. Perfect. No, that was just Ishan. Nothing to debate there. I'm with you on that.
Right, okay, sorry.
Okay. And the other thing that I want to bring in, okay, is what is the media consumption of your audience? Now, this is where you need to first define who your audience customer is and where are they spending time on. Okay. So if that uh, audience or the customer is the housewife, okay, or is the person who's making those decisions at home. So instead of paneer, I should be getting something else, or instead of meat, I should be looking at another alternates. Then definitely we should be looking at the media consumption of that particular housewife. Okay, so let me give you another example. Okay, moving away from food, and if I have to talk to you about diapers, okay, so the ultimate customer of the diaper is actually a baby. Okay, but the decision is being made by the mother. So you have a decision maker who's the mother, and who influences the decision. For her, the influence of the decision could be the, let's say, Amazon, Flipkart, e-commerce portals, uh, the neighbor, the friends, the mother-in-law, the mother, the family. Okay, so these would be her influences. Eventually, now the next question is, what is the media consumption? She's active on Instagram. She's watching reels there. She is um, active on WhatsApp. Take care. She's active on Facebook groups, not Facebook per se. She has stopped updating on Facebook, but groups she's active. Let's say, so that's on the digital front. Take care. So let's safely assume there is no newspaper coming to the household. So, okay, they have 3 TVs at home, but everybody is watching Netflix or an OTT channel. So no advertisement can be pushed to them. So no TV as an influence per se. Okay, so the media consumption again gets restricted to only digital. So I'm looking at only the urban place. So tier 3, what Pramita mentioned. So we are only focusing on that particular segment. Okay. So now if you were going to launch a diaper, okay, the chances of you advertising it on Instagram or advertising it on Amazon. So all of us have limited budgets. What would you choose? Are you guys with me? Guys, please make it interactive and quickly respond.
Yeah, digital marketing would be the go-to solution.
Right, but digital in which one? Would you want to go to, you have 1,000 rupees or maybe 1 lakh rupees for digital advertising spend. Would you advertise on Instagram or would you advertise on Amazon?
Amazon.
Amazon. Okay. Others who would advertise on Amazon? Others? No one. Yeah. Sohail. Sohail, you said something and it's
Hi. Hi, Moksh. Can I answer? Can I?
Which edges idea?
yes,
Can I?
please. Yes, please.
Yeah, so I would probably take the route of marketing it on Instagram because that is where the consumer would probably take the decision and then go search for it on Amazon, right? I feel like on Amazon, people usually go there with a product in mind. So, yeah.
I'm so glad that you brought a counter argument to the discussion. Sohail, you were saying something. If your voice is actually trailing off, I think it will be better if you just type it. So, because would love your opinion on it. So if you can just type it, that would be helpful. So I'll get back onto the chat once you type it and I'll read out the response and check and respond to you. Okay, so Isha and Yashwanthara. Now I'm putting you one against the other. So Isha, you mentioned Amazon. Why?
Because if you're taking the scenario for housewives, a lot of the Indian housewives are not very, like, they're not really there on Instagram. So they don't have a habit of scrolling just Instagram. And if the diaper is the product, they just have to type diaper on Amazon and it's just easily accessible there. Because for diapers, I don't think anyone would like go on Instagram or see a
And look for
ad or
diaper.
something. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Yashwanthara, you have a counter to that?
So I was basically saying for something that's specific to my product, right? Something that we're pretty new to the market. And diaper, for example, is pretty common for, like, it's a product that's already existing, right? And so a product like ours in this industry, we need to kind of like make people aware of the category and then kind of like push them to go buy it. So I answered in that perspective. Yeah.
Perfect. But let me help you, Yashwantara, just for counter argumentator's sake. What if, the baby poops and there is fragrance around rather than any smelly diapers? So you have something unique about the diaper that you could talk about on Instagram. Now, would you choose to advertise on Instagram diapers?
If it's a new thing. Oh, just a second. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a new spec to existing product, and if our consumer is only going on Amazon to kind of like, purchasing that product, I would then choose to advertise on Amazon. Like even when they kind of like go to our competitor product, right, and they open it up, I would bring my product, advertise right below the click to buy button, which is possible on Amazon. I would do that. But if I get to know that my target consumers are, like, for example, housewives are like during their free time kind of like scrolling on reels, which we get to know that a lot of people are doing these days, I would then advertise there. Yeah.
So let me give you both perspectives now. I personally and strongly believe that if we have a new spec, I would want to split the money 50,000 rupees to Instagram, because I would want to highlight that specification. And the logic you gave me that, people will discover the product on Instagram and buy it on Amazon. Yes, I would rather spend the other 50,000 rupees on Amazon out of that 1 lakh rupees budget. That is how I would want to split it.
Understood. I think that's a clever way to go about dividing your budget, right? For sure. Yeah.
And I will tell you why you can divide this budget, because let's move a few steps back and just compare it to traditional media. If I wanted to put an advertisement in a magazine today, okay, let's say a very specific magazine which is targeting mothers, housewives, and there is one magazine out there, okay, they will charge me 1 lakh rupees for one ad, and that's a fixed budget. But for digital, you don't have a fixed budget. Actually, you fix the budget for yourself. So today, if you have 1 lakh rupees and suddenly you have sold your product, so let's move out of diapers and into your individual product. What's going to happen is that you will have more spending power because you have increased sales of your own product. But I want to bring one thing very clear. You need to know who your audience is. You need to know what are the media they are consuming. Today, again, if it's a very sales driven objective, I would spend money on Amazon and not highlight it, what my specs are actually. But if it's going to be a very specific feature that stands out for me, I would want to reach out to my Instagram followers. I would want to reach out to influencers on Instagram and talk about it, because that's probably the best way forward. And then move back to the earlier two examples of the chef, which prompted from Promita's idea of doing a scientific research that my product is better or my product category is better. So that would be really, really helpful in setting the whole thing up and then moving forward to your promotion. Okay. I think enough talk and interaction. I want to move on to the next step. So what I just want to leave one part here now and say that the more you define your audience, the more you define the media consumption pattern, you will be in a better place as when your product is being picked up online or at the store. Okay. So that's my one piece of advice to define your audience. And do read up on SawStack. It's a beautiful business model or a business marketing model. It really helps. Okay. And so that's on SawStack. Now, next thing. Okay. Now, some of you, I did realize that want to get into making their own website. Like there were, I had requested Siddharth to send me some information on what are the challenges you're facing. So some of you wanted to make websites. Now, let me give you, everyone knows GoDaddy, so I'm not going to show you how to book a domain. But what I want to show you is how to check who owns the domain. Okay, so sorry. So let's go to whois.com. So if I look at whois.com, here I am here. Okay, so I'm going to put my website address right now. And if I put this, my company name or the domain, I come to know who owns this domain. how do I reach out to that person? What's the address? Pretty much everything else that I want to know about. Okay. So now this could be relevant for even finding out who the competition is. So I'm going to give you this address, whois.com. I think some of you might know about it. Some of you, maybe something new for you. So I'm going to put this out, whois.com. The next one is you like someone's website. Okay. And you want to know they have made their website in what format. Okay. Or how have they made their website? So for them, it is builtwith.com. So, and especially if you're in, like you have some nuance in technology and understanding technology, you should be able to understand, like me. I understand, but I don't know how to actually go about developing an entire website. But let's look at this website itself right now. So it'll tell me a couple of things here. Google Analytics is installed, the fonts that I'm using, and WordPress. So this website, avignyata.com, is made on WordPress. Okay, it has a tag manager, it has click to chat for WhatsApp. We are using Elementor. We also have WooCommerce, so there is e-commerce capabilities on our website, and then different elements that come by. So there is some element that you come to know about the websites from builtwith.com. Okay. Now I want to take you, if you want to analyze keywords. Now you want to know what are people searching for you. So, sorry. One second, thanks. So I want to suggest this called Uber Suggest. Okay. And Uber Suggest is, one second, he's doing chat. Okay, this is Uber Suggest. Here, what you come to know is a lot of your website that you can add it as a project and you will come to know how you are performing. So if I say here, avignyata.com search, it can give me a lot of data. Okay, it gives me traffic estimation, organic keywords that I have used, the domain authority that I have, the number of backlinks that I have, which is very, very important from an SEO point of view. Okay. Now I was talking to you about keywords ranking. So what are the keywords that are used? Okay, so these are the keywords that people are using to come to my website. So these are the keywords that people are using to come to the website. Okay. So Uber suggests, I would recommend you use it for free for the time being. And once you are on board or you have understood, then you can use the paid model. Right now, I am using the paid model here. Okay. So organic keywords. Let's look at this. So Pinterest trends tool, LinkedIn limitations. So when people are looking for this, I am here. So keyword overview. So if I look at, so digital marketing agency, Mumbai, location, India, search. The search volume, desktop volume, SEO, paid, no clicks. So digital marketing Mumbai. So this is like an overview that they are giving me. Now, some of the content ideas that they are giving me is healthcare as a keyword and this. So this is coming from competition. Now, if I click on this, the websites should open up. So they are like specialized in this. This is actually where my company exists. So Ghatkopar. So as you can see, the depth of knowledge in terms of the keywords that it keeps on generating is very, very high. And if I this is again an in paid model. If I ask for generate content with AI, then it takes me into the AI writer to write content, which I could use it to create more content. That leads me to another set of ideas, but hold on to that thought because Uber Suggest is one such place. I want to give you some more tools, okay, which is SEM Rush. This is another such place where you can get how your website is performing. So you can get a domain overview, keyword overview, and the link building. Are you guys with me or people are dropping off? I just want to check with you once before moving on to the next one.
We are
Guys,
here, Moksh. Yeah, we are here.
perfect. Okay. So Uber Suggest and SEM Rush, which Harani has kindly put up, is ideally can be used to understand your website better. It can also be understood by understanding your competition websites, how they are performing. So these would be the best way to analyze competition websites. And you could use those same keywords and you could change those keywords for your understanding and your for basically for your product even better. Okay. So who is built with Uber Suggest are the tools that are available to you. The next set of tools that I want to show you will be actually in Google Chrome. Now, once you have your website ready, okay, you would install Google Analytics. You all must have heard of this somewhere. And then once you log in, you'll come to know how many users, views, average engagement time, like how much people are spending on your website. Where are people coming from? Which pages they are looking at? And how are they coming? Is it organic, direct, referral, through social, through videos? How are they coming? So this will also help you, where you want to put your money in. So I'm just taking you through briefly here, and then you can explore this further down and understand the kind of reports that can be generated. And you could explore this further and further. And it's kind of a rabbit hole. How much time you spend on it, you'll be like, wow, so much more data that you can receive on Google Analytics. Okay. The other, and okay, Google Analytics can only happen once you have your website ready. So you have to, integrate Google Analytics, and then it cannot give you past data. It can only give you data from once it's been installed. The next is Google Search Console. The same thing you will be able to understand. Now, Google Search Console, before I move here, I want to take you through page speed. Okay, .dev. Sorry. Web.dev. Now, I'm going to show you something which is clearly wrong, and I'm going to be working on it. Okay. So I am adding my website and it's running some analysis. Now it will share the analysis of how the website is performing. Okay, let's move on to desktop and then let's move on to mobile. So what this website does in the meantime, I'll just paste this. Page speed actually gives you the analysis of your website, where you are able to understand where the website is slowing down, which pages are not being crawled, or there are some errors on your page. So that is where your page speed becomes essential to know where you are facing errors on your website. So this is the errors on my website. Performance 25 because it's taking time to load. Accessibility, best practices, SEO. So this is how it will show on your errors on your website. And as the colors say, the red ones are critical, the orange ones are not so critical. There should be some green somewhere. Yeah, so green is here. So these are not so critical ones that you don't need to change anything here. Mobile, today everyone is coming on mobile, so this becomes very, very critical to move. Now, once you are on this and you want, and if you have made changes, once you have seen this error and you say, okay, now I've made this change, this is the place you go. Google Search Console. Now, Google Search Console will help you with your I don't think this is, but just try it out. Sorry. Google Search Console will actually give you the opportunity to tell Google that you submit your website and please crawl the website. And then it'll keep telling you if the website is being indexed, crawled, or no. If there are pages that are being crawled or no. The page experience has been better, not so better. The mobile usability has increased, the performance, and there are many parameters. Okay, so I'm not taking you through each and every parameter, but what I'm trying to tell you is that there are tools available with you on your website per se. And why am I focusing more on the website? Because you need one place to begin with, where you are basically saying that this is who I am, this is what I am offering, and this is the call to action. So you can buy from me. So this is Google Analytics, Google Search Console, and page speed. Questions?
Yes.
Hi, Brajesh.
Yeah, hi, Mr. Moksh. So I wanted to ask, if we are not a D2C company and if we are B2B company, then what all factors matters for a B2B company to draw business?
No, sorry, I didn't understand. If you're a B2B company, what draw?
Yeah. So in B2B company, we use certain keywords like our competition and different things that you have mentioned in the previous minutes and slides. So I just wanted to know that what different can we do to draw business towards us for B2B business?
So, okay, let me move away from the tools and food example. Let me share with you, Brajesh. So we work with a lot of B2B clients. Okay.
Yes.
So, and what we end up doing, so let me share one of our B2B clients. Now, it may not make an immediate sense, but let's just try it out. Take a look. So this is a website of Heidi Trilog Corporation.
Yes.
Okay. As the name suggests, it's high-G carbon capture through process intensification. What they end up doing is they capture carbon dioxide and they convert it into water, or they convert it into oxygen, or they convert it into hydrogen. Okay, the same thing they do with H2S, which is sulfur, and they remove hydrogen out of it. So as you must have understood, this is going to be used by companies like ONGC, BPCL, oil companies, or people who pollute a lot, so that the pollution becomes less and less.
Yes.
This company sells only 1, 2, 3 machines in a year. Okay, so it's a pure B2B model.
Yeah.
So they also have a website, but what they are piggybacking on is carbon capture. What they are piggyback on is the process intensification. And they have these data points where they are talking about all, eliminate 99.9% hydrogen sulfide from fuel gas. So the
Okay.
kind of content that we have written and we have put together.
Yeah.
So, you need to be very picky and choosy. And then the kind of imagery that we are using is of a refinery here. So, when people log on to the website, they come back to the website and relate to it. But now coming to your example, okay, a food example. Now, if I have to share a B2B food example, give me one example, Brajesh.
Okay, like we are providing ingredients in the protein space. It may be pea protein isolate with 95 to 99% purity, or some soy protein isolate, something like that.
Soy protein isolate.
Soy protein, yeah, soy protein isolate.
Soy, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
SOYA, soya protein,
isolate.
soy protein, sorry. So these are all ads right now here.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So your soy protein isolate is actually a very popular keyword, by the way. Because so many people are already advertising. And
Yes.
on Amazon, it's upfront as one of the key. I don't know if this is a competition to you or not. Then there
So-
are others which are coming in as organic searches, scholarly articles. Yeah.
So basically, we must put in facts and content that helps in overall enhancing our capturing the keywords, so that we can get into organic search.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me take you back to Uber Suggest. Okay. And let me put this soy protein isolate. Oops. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it thinking, or is it use a simple readable URL structure? Huh. So let's do India. Search volume 1900, which basically means that the number of searches has been during a month. So people are using this as a keyword. SEO difficulty is 64. It's average. Paid difficulty 100, because you saw so many people were advertising.
Yes.
If you start advertising on Google,
Yeah.
it will charge you 13 rupees 50 paise per click.
Okay. Yes.
So it gives you all this. But what you could use are other keywords that are equally popular in terms of volume or cost per click.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. This is an amazing summary for us, and it can help a lot.
Yeah. You can view all keyword ideas.
Yes.
So as you see this, your volume keeps decreasing. So, and these are per month search results. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
So there is no my vegan soy protein isolate review. So I'm assuming my vegan is either a competition. Yeah. Soy protein isolate substitute. Soy protein isolate weight gain. So now you could use this as a keyword, either create content or
Yeah.
to,
Yes.
use something.
Yeah. Understood.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Now, so again, B2B really works well even on Amazon. And why it works is because you have very focused and fixed, set of clients. You are not reaching out to everyone to go and buy your product.
Yes, a very specific category of target consumers that we are looking for.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's look at Vegan Chefs India. So meet the master chefs at the Vegan India Conference 2021. Chef Priyanka, vegan celebrity chef, TV host, author. So, someone has already taken that positioning. Okay. So now if we have to target this segment, let's go back to our keyword research. Okay. Let's change the keyword to this search. No search volume. No one's looking for this keyword. SEO difficulty 12, so it's very easy. Paid difficulty easy, but I don't think this makes sense to run Google ads at all because no one's searching for this.
Okay.
But SEO difficulty is, so you could create a lot of content based on this keyword.
Yes.
Because vegan food in India is 1900 and you could link it back here. So you already have these ideas. So this kind of helps you either debunk those ideas, or it says, okay, you know what, go ahead, run with it, write a blog post, create a video, move forward with it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Brijesh, for acknowledging that. Really helpful and asking that question. Okay, so what I have got right now is my second part of where I wanted to introduce you to tools on the internet. Okay, so just to put a context, who is .com, builtwith.com. Then I told you about Uber Suggest, which is free to some extent, and then it's a paid model. Google's paid speed is free, and Google Search Console, Google Analytics comes in handy once you have a website and it gets integrated onto the website. Okay, those are the tools right now. Now I want to check with you, how many of you have used ChatGPT?
Yeah, we have used ChatGPT.
Perfect. Wait, anyone else who has used ChatGPT?
I have. Yashu
Awesome.
here. Yeah.
Me too.
Hi,
Nirali this side.
Me too.
Okay. Perfect. So why I'm bringing ChatGPT is, don't just write your content, you can ask them to write your marketing strategy also. The question that I asked earlier in the session, where who is your target audience? What are they consuming? Who is the decision maker? Who influences the decision? And what is the media consumption? Now, these are the kind of questions. Of course, you will have to keep refining the prompt though. But the request would be that you use ChatGPT to ask these questions. Don't just ask them, what should I do in digital marketing to promote my brand? that is not going to be helpful, because it is going to tell you to be on Instagram, to be on LinkedIn, to target so and so, and use the platform. Platform is not important. What is important is what you can communicate and if they are the right audience. Okay. Going back, I also want to talk to you about poe.com. Okay. I I don't know. Have you tried po.com? Anyone?
Not me.
Okay. So then let me share. Great. If no one's tried, I really like po.com per se. So share. And so I think it's the entire game on prompts, but I am not a prompt engineer yet, but I'll just, okay. So what I'm asking you not to do is what I'm doing right now, right? What platforms to target for vegan target market for a vegan based brand. It's giving me all gyan. Okay, it's not giving me anything specific that I want. So that's exactly, I don't want you to do this. But what I would want you to do this is, who consumes vegan based products in India? So
हेलो
yes.
गुड अभी आप 6:45 पे आ सकते हो
Hanji ma'am.
It's not for you, Moksh. She has accidentally unmuted. Please carry on.
Oh, great. Okay.
Also, sorry to interrupt. Also, a quick time check. We have 15 more minutes, so
Yeah.
you can wrap your content accordingly.
Yeah, this is the last part of it. Huh. So what I did is, you already know this, right? All of you already know about health conscious individuals that you're looking at, ethical environmental you're looking at. But what I want, let's look at fitness enthusiasts and athletes. What influences to buying a vegan based product? I'm generalizing or making it as specific as possible. So now it's giving me answers to that right now. Okay. The next is, so why I like Po? Because now if I've got high protein content, clean ingredients, digestive health, sustainable ethical considerations. So I could say, write 5 social media posts with emojis on sustainable and ethical considerations for consuming vegan based product. Instagram, my social media, Instagram. Does this help? Content writing?
Yeah.
Is it magical or you already knew about it? I don't know, but this is po.com. I am very impressed with Po. And last, I think you must have heard of this for sure, is canva.com. I don't want to go into Canva because, again, it's a rabbit hole there. So I'm just going to put canva.com, and then you can design your own social media posts But this is not an AI class, but this is tools that I'm trying to give you that you should be able to, use to augment your digital marketing efforts to promote your product. So I have 10 minutes, and what I want to basically just quickly encapsulate the three parts to my session is one, I try to put everything in one place. So I want to just encapsulate. First thing that I went across is SOSTAC, okay, which is like a business marketing model created by Paul Smith, and situation analysis being the first one. Within situation analysis, there is SWOT, there is PESTLE, but the most important is to understand your consumer. And of course, there's understanding competition too. But here, I just want to highlight is if your consumer is a B2B chef, he is 50 years old, targeting him through reels just doesn't make sense. But creating a webinar and inviting them over could be one approach. Okay. If that is a housewife, or if that is someone who is young, chirpy, and and your product is off the shelf that can someone pick it up, then maybe reels is an option. But reels is not a solution for all the products. Please don't spend time that I want to be on Instagram because my competition is on Instagram, because my sister is on Instagram. That just doesn't work. Okay. That's point one. Point two is sorry, SOSTAC. I was encapsulating. SOSTAC, target consumer and media consumption. Now, then I took you through the tools. Whois.com, which tells you who owns the domain, so that can help you tap into competition or domains that are available that you can buy. Built with, it helps you what are the platforms people are using to build websites, and you could use one of them. Then I took you through Uber Suggest, which helps you identify keywords. Okay. It could be in both B2C as well as B2B options. Okay. Uber Suggest. Page speed, once you could check the website and how good, error-free, bad the website is. Once you have your website in place, you could install Google Search Console and Google Analytics to know where the traffic is coming from. And then moving to POE called po.com, which is like similar to ChatGPT, but it will help create that content for you. And I'm just bringing Canva because would like to know how ready are you to know more about Canva, or please just go bonkers on Canva. So in the last 3 minutes, I've encapsulated my entire session of little less than 1 hour, 15 minutes. So if you have any specific questions, please do ask.
I
Or if-
want,
Hi, Isha.
sorry. Hi. I just wanted to know some insights from you that during your journey, were there any particular like creative methods that you came across?
Came across to promote.
To promote it on the digital market page.
Isha, for me to tell you about that, I can go back to 2007. So early adopter to every platform that comes by. So the platform itself became a talking point that we were promoting products on that platform. But more importantly, right now, that's not the case. Now it's like it needs to, since we are starting up, so we're not like the biggest of the biggest brands, we are a small. So I can give you one insight where I would like to be personal and intimate with the product or the brand that I'm trying to build for my consumer. because the more personal and intimate I am, okay, when I'm saying personal, I should be able to address Isha as Isha and not student or not a colleague here. Okay, but I would rather also be that and also be specific to answer your question. So that is how intimate your brand should be. It's solving a problem for me.
That was helpful. Thank you. And also, thank you so much for sharing all the tools with us.
Happy that they were helpful. Any other question? Anything that you think not covered and you want to know, please do ask. Promita, Nirali, Arjun, Vidhu, Yashwantara, Shrikant, Dilip, Brijesh, Sohil. You guys on the session, right? All of you, or you're just chilling somewhere by the beach?
No, no, Moksh, we've been in
No,
chat.
hi.
Yeah.
Dilip here.
Yeah.
I'm very much in this session, and I really don't have much to ask because you've covered things very with a lot of clarity. And you know, I've been using Canva. It's a very good, I must say, it's a very good platform to make your own. It even enhances your own creativity, and helps creating very good posters. So, guys, I recommend that Canva is a good. Of course, it's not an AI based, but it's a very good app which one can use for daily posters or posts on social media.
Yep. Sure.
Since now I have started talking, I just would want to ask a very general question that, vegan being a brand or, we started as vegan. Okay. Then we thought that vegan is becoming a little extreme kind of positioning. So we stepped up to make it a plant-based. So we are into dairy alternatives. So we make all the dairy alternatives like milk, butter, cheese, everything. So we stepped up to make it a plant-based dairy alternative.
Okay.
Now, I've been seeing in the market that, though it's a very small niche market, but then every kind of a communication is overly done with, like compassion over and done with, taking care of your health over and done with. So we are kind of, we don't know what kind of an intermediate path to take in terms of communicating. Of course, it is a brand's own communication which has to come out, but then obviously it has to take some path, a path to make it individualistic or make it, like you said, that, talking to a client directly or something. So that's a little confusing
So,
aspect.
Dilip, I know it's easier to say this than doing it, but I think the best way forward is to introspect even further. Where just because you're giving a dairy alternative, that doesn't always necessarily mean it's going to be a healthy alternative for everyone.
True.
So let's not go into that health alternative, because everything today is being positioned as a health alternative or an healthy option for either for children or for your grandparents or for your pets. So I think an health option as a keyword doesn't make sense anymore per se. It has to give a specific solution. And the only direction that I can give you, Dilip, is if you are already a market stage level product, go to your customer and ask them the problem that they are facing and what problem that you are solving.
See, see, again, it's a very cliched thing. Let's talk about dairy alternative brands.
Right.
Every dairy alternative brand says that our product is very tasty. It tastes like milk, or it tastes like the yogurt tastes like yogurt. But when we personally communicate with our clients, we have got a sort of a comparative study also that they feel ours taste the best and the closest to the dairy, counterparts. But now I don't know how to put this as a communication. Like, tasting better than others, tasting as good as dairy, or tasting like dairy, or just like dairy, things like that. Apart from that, everyone's addressed nutrition. We've also addressed nutrition. Everyone's addressing compassion. or maybe environment, easy on environment, stress-free environment. But then those are nothing that uncommon sort of, they are common things which we are. But if we talk about that, okay, where we are differentiating is something where people have come back to us saying that yours is much closer to dairy as in taste compared to any other who's claiming so.
So you are already there in terms of the rational attributes to your product and your customer. What about some emotional attributes to it? Now, what I'm trying to say, let me give you an example, okay? And Coca-Cola. If I say Coca-Cola, if you remember, they had a campaign, Open Happiness. Okay. Or share your drink. Or Panch Matlab Coca-Cola is still where you are, where they wanted to launch a 5 rupee Coca-Cola bottle.
Okay.
But I'm saying that you need to move beyond that, and you need to be like part of, you're having a pav bhaji, there's Coca-Cola. You're having a pizza, there's Coca-Cola. You're having chole bhature, there's Coca-Cola. You're having idli masala dosa, you're having Coca-Cola with it. So I think that is where I think you need to probably move to an education or give that kind of a combo deals, saying that, my dairy alternative, I'm not saying I'm better than butter or I'm better than cheese, but I'm saying you could use this as an alternative also and try it out if it helps you better or no. And then have that one line which connects with your customer emotionally.
Okay.
So I can give you a direction. I can't give you a solution. Of course, now we need to talk more, and you need to hire me as an agency to think more.
No, it's not a bad thought. Of course, moving forward, we would definitely try to think of this. And
Harini will be thinking that is so blatant. Siddharth also will say we should reconsider this guy again. Anyway, cool. But Dilip, thank you for asking that question, because see, you're not at that level where you're launching the product. You're at that level where you want to connect at a different level. And again, my thought process will be you go and talk to your consumers. I think that would be a better option per se.
we are already present in cities. We are a 2.5 year old brand already existing in the market with our products. So yes, I think speaking with client and getting their first-hand feeling would be also a good option. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you, Dilip, for asking that question. I know we are out of time, but if there is any other questions, more than happy to take it up. Or I don't know, the best way to connect, Harini would be able to tell how to connect.
Yeah, we have a dedicated Speak email ID. So people can write to that email ID. I'll drop that in the chat and we'll forward that to you, Moksh.
Perfect.
And then you can connect that. Yeah, your LinkedIn can also be a good way to connect if it's not too spammy, of course.
No, it's not spammy. I only get spam on WhatsApp from some random numbers to join and like videos on YouTube and get paid for it for 50 rupees per video like.
Cool. Okay. I'll drop the email ID
Sorry
right
for
now.
being random. But coming back to your issues, if there are, I think, Harini, there are no questions, then yeah, we can call
We
it
can
a day.
close that.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you so much, Moksh. This session was really interesting. I'm sure all the participants would have benefited from this. Of course, we have the recording as well. And if there are any questions for you on the inbox, I'll make sure to forward them to you.
Look forward to those questions. And if there is any feedback on the session, also, Harini, if they like it, great. If they don't like it, please do share that also with me.
Of course, we'll definitely share that, and I'm sure everyone loved the session, so don't worry about that.
Okay, thanks a lot, Harini, for that.
Okay, thank you, Moksh. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening and stay tuned for the upcoming workshops. Bye.
Thank you.